to press record right now so that those who are missing the new coach chat can review it later. So basically the format of this call, how it's going to go is we're going to spend some time just answering questions, anything that you might have about the training you're going through, anything that you're coming up against. The one thing we want to say is we really want to make this a positive place. So I know sometimes when we're overwhelmed and starting something new, it can be really easy to be like, oh, this isn't working and this isn't working. And this environment is all about like positivity. And if it's okay to say something's not working and you don't know what to do, but we're going to really try to keep this very uplifting and try to think of how to improve. Hey, April. Hey, Janae. Good to see you guys. So that's kind of the format. We're going to open it up for questions first, and then we're going to do a really fun activity after that. So let's open it up. Look, there's all this waving. I love our team. What questions do you guys have so far? And I should pause and introduce really fast. Let's go around and introduce ourselves. So just so you guys know me, I'm Tara Porter. I'm the founder of Team Leaps and Bounds, and I'm a mom of 2. And I've been a coach for 2 years now, I believe, something like that. That's all about me. I'm kind of boring. Janae, why don't we go with you? I'm just going to go around my list of people here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Janae Jones. I'm a mother of 1. I have one son. He just turned 11 yesterday. And I'm a coach in January, so this is new. And want to learn.
Awesome. Well, welcome. All right, April, you're next. Can you hear us, April? Okay, April's on a little bit of a delay. April, we're going to skip you and go to Chelsea. And then.
Oh, now I can.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Go for it, April. Tell us a little about you.
Okay.
The suspense is killing me.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Go to Chelsea.
Okay, Chelsea.
Hey, I'm Chelsea. I have been a coach for a little over a year now, and I absolutely love it. April is, a great friend of mine, but she's also my sister-in-law's sister-in-law. And she just signed up as a coach, last month, April? So, yeah. So, anyways, I thought I'd introduce her too, since she's having a little problems with her.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, I'm a mom of 1. My daughter's 2.5, and I live on a farm. My husband farms, and I do stay at home. So that's a little about me.
Thanks, Chelsea. Okay, Megan, let's hear from you. You are our newest coach.
Yes, I just joined this week.
Yeah.
So I'm a veterinary radiation oncologist. I'm getting married soon. I have 2
literally
dogs.
just got your marriage license today, right? Or
Friday. We're
Friday.
going.
Oh, you're going on Friday.
Had to plan a day off for it. So I joined just to share my journey and my path to treating my body better.
Awesome. We're so excited to have all of you on the team. Welcome. You're going to find we're a family, and we are the closest of friends. It's funny because I consider Chelsea my best friend, and we've never met in person, but she truly is. I tell her everything, and we talk a lot, so it's just funny. So that's awesome. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to open it up for questions right now with how things are going in training for you and just kind of implementing things. So go ahead and ask away. I know, Megan, you're kind of just starting out, but do you have any questions yourself?
Sorry, my dog wants to play.
Okay.
I'm still thinking of questions.
Okay.
Mostly.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I guess knowing the balance between how involved to get and how not involved to get would be something to talk about.
Yeah, and that really depends on what your goals are.
Okay.
But what I will say about that is it also depends on the boundaries that you establish for yourself in your life. Because there are coaches who work 6 hours a day on the business and do nothing. And there's coaches who work 1 hour a day and do a lot. One of the, I can get you her name later if you're curious, but there's one coach where she was a teacher who worked full time and she could only work in the morning. She worked like an hour a day and she was able to build up a 6-figure business. But she was very focused in what she did with working. And you got to be patient with the process and consistent. Chelsea, anything you want to chime in there?
Well, mainly, like you said, though, if you want to build a business out of it, you have to start out thinking it's a business. Because if you start out thinking, well, I'll just do it for fun for a while and see how I like it, and then that does not do you good. And if you have people set up with you, they think you're there kind of everywhere too. When you first start out, if you want to work a business for 2 hours a day, you need to start working out your business 2 hours a day or whatever. Be consistent from the beginning, because I started a year ago and I actually started out as a discount coach. I had no idea what I was doing. And Tara was like, you'd be really good at this. And I was like, okay. So I started that and I kind of fumbled around with it. And it took me a long time to get out of that fumbleness with my customers and discount coaches and working coaches, because, you have to get that set up as a priority at the beginning, if that makes any sense.
And you might change kind of what you're willing, like what Chelsea said, like you might start out thinking, oh, I just want to kind of be a discount, and you might change your attitude over time. Like for me, I was like, oh, this is just fun. And I want to my goal was to earn an extra $200 like a month. I wanted to pay for my Shakeology. And then all of a sudden I'm bringing myself home from my corporate job and I'm like, sweet, and so the goals might change over time. But what I always tell people is the people who succeed the most, if you want to succeed at this, are those who really create, like, I am working at this time and these are the tasks that I'm doing, and very specific about that. Oh, you can get so much focus done that way. Those who are kind of plugged into their business on their phone all day, they actually do the worst, I found, because they're just too scattered. Does that answer your question okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Janae, how about you? Any questions?
Well, that's kind of where I am. I'm kind of scattered. I get on Facebook when I have a few minutes and, maybe send a invite or make a post or, just someone. I'm really not, I haven't established that time frame of when I'm going to work my business. I just do it when I have a few free minutes.
And for some, that might be your only option. Like as a mom at home, when my kids are at home, that's my only option, is when I have a spare moment, like nap time or whatever. And that's why, I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, pinned to the top of our team page is our team planner. And in there is the new coach to-do list. And if you started that list and work your way down, you're getting the highest priority items done first. So when I sit down to work, and Chelsea does the same thing, when we sit down to work, we start at the top of that list and we just go straight down and we stay focused. But if you're like, ooh, what's that notification? And who just messaged me? And who did that? You are going to feel scattered. But if you go by that list, we put a ton of time into making sure these lists were like optimized to be the absolute best use of your time to push your business forward. And if you stay focused, like Chelsea does her list, and gosh, Chelsea, like 45 minutes, is that what you would say? Yeah. And then boom, she's done. She's out. So if you are focused, you can really get a lot done.
One thing I want to add to that, though, is I know that you're probably like, if you were like me, and maybe you aren't, but I get an idea and I'd be like, oh, I need to do that real quick. And I get on my phone and do it. What I found, and Tara actually probably gave me this idea, I don't know. I have an empty notepad that I have sitting in the middle of my house. And when I have an idea, I write it down. I don't do it. Okay. Because if I sit there and do it, if you're like me, I enjoy creating images and things like that. Well, I get really into it. Next thing I know, I've got like 45 minutes into a post that was supposed to take like 10 minutes, maybe. And so I write the idea down. And then when I'm in my work hours, right? Like my work hour actually. Then I look at my notepad and I'm like, oh, what was the post I wanted to do? And the cool thing is you'll get more into this, but like on my like page, you can schedule those posts. So if I sat down and I created all these posts I had ideas for, I can sit down and do that and schedule them to go out every 2 hours or whatever. And I'm not even on my phone. Like they're just popping up. People think I'm on my phone and I'm not. So if you write them down, you have the ability to kind of make it seem, I shouldn't say scientific, but kind of about it, and the way they go up and the wording, they kind of flow together throughout the day. And it's just not like a random post here and then a random post here and then a random post here. You kind of have, it flows, if that makes sense. So, and that helps writing them down throughout the day to be able to do that. So.
Well, and even like our team planner that I was telling you guys about, like if you're like, I don't know what to post, it like literally breaks down for you. On Monday, post one post about this, one post about this. So that also helps. And you can add little notes like Chelsea says, do it that way. Awesome. Any other questions? So we're going to move into our activity, and we're going to talk a lot about posting to social media, because that truly is going to be how you drive people to you. Especially as you start to move out of the people, your friends and your family that you know. As you start to move out, people start to get to know you on Facebook, okay? So I want to talk a little bit about posting to Facebook and share some suggestions there. So first of all, be you. And I know it can be really scary to put yourself out there and put your life out there. And I just want to tell you guys, I'm the same way. I'm an English teacher, and I always taught my students, whenever you post to Facebook, you need to consider your whole audience. You need to consider everyone from your BFF who was at a party last night you were drinking with to your 86-year-old grandma who's going to be watching your post. So you got to be careful what you're posting. So whenever I post, I would just freak out and get scared. And you learn over time, the more you do it, the more calm it gets. So if you feel nervous about posting to social media about yourself, just know that that's okay. And the more you do it, the better it'll feel. What you really want to do is you want to engage people. Your goal is to get conversations going. So it's good to ask questions. You know, if you're trying to just, like, let's say you're shopping and you're trying to decide between two outfits, you can post it and say, hey guys, which one, A or B? Like a couple months ago, I was shopping for glasses and I was like, hey guys, which one works? It was very frustrating because everyone had totally different opinions, and I ended up walking out of the store because I was like, no. Everyone's like, A, B, and it was very frustrating. So I'm without glasses. But anyway, you can get those posts to get some engagement. Some other kinds of posts to do are like motivational quotes. I recommend that if you do those, try to do those with a photo of you or having your name on it. Don't just grab something from Pinterest or Google. Try to make it authentically you. You know, they can get that other stuff anywhere, all right? Another thing is just what's going on right now. So today I was like, shoot, what am I going to post? I've got nothing to post. And I'm like, what am I doing right now? Oh, hey guys, I'm working on a Wednesday. And that was my post, right? And that's kind of showing my life and showing people what's going on. A lot of coaches say, think of it like your reality TV show. You can share a healthy recipe. So far we said motivational quote, what you're doing now. A healthy recipe. Maybe you made a really good lunch. Snap a photo of it and post it to Facebook. I did that today for one of mine. A workout photo. Try to get those in every single day. That has been the biggest impact on my business. As I'm showing myself completing a program and giving people updates, it's showing the progress of things, and people are coming to me and asking me lots of questions. So might be scary to put yourself out there, but I highly recommend every day that you get your workout in, post it. My favorite person to follow for this is Melanie Mitro. She's actually the #1 coach in the company, and you will see that every morning at like 6 a.m., her post goes up and is her workout of the day post. And sometimes it's a motivational thought to think about with a photo of her like posing or whatever, but she's a good one. So that's Melanie Mitro. And also, you know, every once in a while, like every couple days, our team recommends Sunday nights and Wednesday nights, you have some kind of invitation to something coming up. And our team can help you with that. But, you know, like a challenge group coming up, or if we have a coaching event, we host some coaching events, have an invite go up, and we help you with these things. So if it seems scary now, don't worry. We help you with all that. And no stock photos. You know, this is like the #1 sin to do as Beachbody coaches. You know how you have like the challenge pack of the 21-day fix? Don't do that, because people tend to just scroll right through that. Think about how you react to those photos when people post advertisements. You go through it. But if instead, maybe you have a transformation photo of yourself, or today Shauna shared one of my transformation photos from the program I'm doing now, you know, ask our team for some photos, and you can share that, and that could be your way to talk about it. Chelsea, any other comments on this?
No, just honestly, when I finally just started being myself, like, and enjoying the process and sharing that. Like, it's really simple. The worst thing you can do, and this is coming from somebody that did this, is overthink it. Because it's honestly those moments where you snap a photo, you're like, oh, this would be cute, and snap it real quick, that people engage on. It's not the staged moments where you're like, get a cute background, make sure you're smiling perfectly, have this perfect. It doesn't. It doesn't, because people are like, that's not her. And who are your followers right now? They're your warm market. They're the people that know you. Yeah. So if you're posting pictures that they're like, that's not her. Or, why would you look like that? Why would she do that? That's not going to help you, right? Do something that's you, and have fun with it. But it really is a blast. So don't make it more difficult than it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And also just accept the fact, I hate to say it like this, but just accept the fact that not every post you're going to put up is perfect. And that's okay. You know, just like come to that conclusion and realize that this is a learning opportunity for you. So you might put up a post and it might not do too well. And you're like, oh, I won't do that again. You know, you're learning as you go. So on that note, I think one of the first activities we're going to do is we're going to do critique my Facebook page. And I want to start off by showing you my page when I started as a coach. Let's see. Let's hope it does it. Okay, let's see. Are you guys? Let's see. Do nothing. Do you see like my daughter in front of a Christmas tree?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No.
No?
No.
What do you see?
You don't have any events on live stream yet. Create an event.
Oh, oops, wrong one. All right, let me, okay, just a second. Stop share.
While she's doing that, though, I wanted to say that even those posts that don't work, right, your main goal is to show consistency throughout this whole thing, because people are going to say, oh, she's doing that coaching thing. I knew somebody that did that and quit in like 3 months, right?
Yeah.
So your goal is to post consistently about your journey and make it consistent. And even though some of those posts might be not the greatest posts, people are going to see that you're consistently posting. So don't think of it, like I said, don't take it so seriously. Just make sure you're consistent on what you're doing. And that's going to be a big thing when you're in it for a year and people are like, oh, wow, she's still doing that? You know, it must be really working for her. So
they're watching you.
Exactly.
But they're watching you. So, all right, this is like just around when I signed up. So Christmas photo, that's fine. Like this was one. I saw this great quote by Brian Tracy, right? And I put it up there. What would you guys say I should do differently next time?
Post a photo.
Post a photo. Absolutely. It can be a photo of me, right? Like it could just be a selfie of me and I could have this photo, but it doesn't catch, people don't really look at text anymore, right? Here's another one. Wow. Primo Pizza is Rockland's best kept secret. Yum. Okay. It doesn't necessarily add any value to anybody, right? Plus they're like, oh, Tara's eating pizza, which is fine sometimes, but like, all right. Okay, my daughter woke me up this morning asking for a salad. Like, I could have had a photo of my daughter, right? Here's one. I started to put up these, right, where it's like a fit, 2014, 60-day Facebook group. And one of the problems was my face isn't on it. So there's no emotional connection between that and this. It just looks like any other ad, right? So you'll probably see a common theme is, oh, my goodness, they're so cute. Have like Facebook photos. Oh, they're so cute. They're so little there. Okay, this was a really good one. And look, it got 31 likes. And it's just a workout photo. My husband and I woke up at 5:15 a.m. I remember that. That felt like the crack of dawn. And now I'm up at 5. But we're waking up. It was just a little post, but it got a ton of traction. Those workout posts are really, it's amazing how much it impacts people. Like, I go to pick up my daughter from school, and I can't tell you how many moms stop me, and they're like, you are so motivational. And I'm like, what am I doing that's what am I posting that's motivational? And it turns out it's just me sharing my workout photo. Oh, okay, that's cool. Am I glad that motivates people? Holy cow, they're going nuts. All right, this is more recent. You know, we're doing a puzzle, so I'm sharing, like, our everyday life, my husband and I. So you're not all fitness all the time, right? Here, this was one that got great traction as well, mostly on my like page, but I was prepping for the week, and I was a working mom at the time. So that's kind of a glance looking at mine. I wish I was trying to find the ones that were my biggest mistakes, but I couldn't find them. But like my very, very, very first challenge group post was like a picture of a clock. And I spent, this kind of goes with what Chelsea was saying. I spent hours designing the graphic. I was up late at night. I was so proud of it. I thought it was stunning. I put it up, invite to a challenge group, 0 people responded. And that's why I always say, like, transformation photos are the best invites to challenge groups, but just you in a photo is the best thing. And you just consistently sharing your journey is the best thing. And remember, you're going to screw up like this. You are. It's okay. It's part of the process. So I wanted to open it up. Does anyone want us to just take a peek at your page? We're not going to beat you up, but just give you some feedback on things you could tweak. Scared.
Sure.
All right, Janae. I don't know if we're friends on Facebook. What's your last name, Janae?
Jones. Go down.
Louisiana, Pride Meeting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that we aren't friends on Facebook. Yeah. Okay. So let's start. So,
That's a good one.
That's a great one.
Yes.
Absolutely. You know what I do? I have mine so that it's only 1 serving of a purple.
That's
I love
Me
that.
too.
cool tips, like how
Great.
to serve your basil and how to, keep your cilantro fresh, and because that's real stuff that you use.
Yes. And everyone, you always get cilantro and it always goes bad. You'll know.
Yes.
Okay.
Fresh if you want to.
Day 9 of hammer and chisel. So I would have a photo of you, a post-workout photo of you. And just,
Hang on, I'm reading. Quit scrolling.
but on that note of what Chelsea's saying, we're a skimming society, so you could probably break this up into like 2 paragraphs to make it a little easier on the eyes.
Actually, what I was going to say, sorry, is actually you could do multiple posts with this information. Okay. You could do your day 9 of hammer and chisel. Then you can go in and make a different post sometime during the day about the 16 full body push-ups, a picture of you doing push-ups with no rest, right? Yeah.
I
You
like
could,
that.
instead of making it so long, think about the 2 different concepts instead of 1, if that makes sense. Simple, right? Simplicity.
Onward.
So,
It's usually I'll snap a picture of myself in front of the TV after it's done.
anything. I think mine are so dumb, and then people are like, oh, it's so motivational. I'm like, really? I think mine are dumb, but okay. Like you don't think that because it's you, but they're seeing it as like, wow, she wakes up every day and works out. I need to do that. They're seeing it differently than probably you are. So after a discussion about posts, what would you say, Janae, about this post? What would you do differently?
I guess I would do a transformation photo with that. But the problem is I don't really have any. I didn't take pictures of myself along my journey.
So you know what? You just went down a size over the weekend.
Yeah.
So you could hold up a pair of that old size and be like, oh my gosh, you guys, I just went down a size. I'm so excited. Do you want to join me for my next 21-day challenge? I'd love to have you do this with me and drop some sizes too. So you can share those little victories, and that's a transformation.
The people that know me, though, they're like, you don't need to lose any more weight. And I know that, I don't think I've lost any more weight. I think my body's truly changed. But I negative feedback whenever I start to my size.
Well, maybe you should do more about building muscle. Because when I look at you, I would probably say, yeah, you don't need to lose weight, but your strength training, that's what hammer and chisel is all about, right? So really focus on what that program's doing for you and why you're doing that program. Even sharing what you just shared with us, like I know a lot of people think that I don't need to lose weight. That's why I'm doing this program. It focuses on this. And then have a picture of you flexing, right? Because it takes them away from thinking that you need to lose weight, because that's not what you're talking about. And focuses on what you're doing for yourself. So
put one like that on Instagram. But I just signed up for Instagram yesterday, so I'm trying to get the hang of like posting simultaneously on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. One person I recommend following, Janae, that I think would be a helpful comparison for you is Mindy Wender. Mindy Wender, she gets a ton of criticism for being underweight. It's just, people who are just built like being underweight, and how she handles it and how she handles her invites, I think is amazing. And she's in like the top 10 of the company as well. And she's just a really great person to follow because she does get that criticism a lot and she's very open about discussing it. And I think that talking about that is really important because there's a group of people that are in your same boat of people telling them they're too skinny. So that would be a good one.
Also, Brittany Leggett had a post not too long ago of herself in a swimsuit, and she got a lot of criticism from people. And she turned around and did a post the next day explaining what she thought about that. So if you look her up, try to find those posts. They're kind of back to back. And I found that I even messaged her personally and just told her, she never messaged me back, of course, but I was just like, I just want to tell you that I think it was great, like how you went about talking about that openly. She didn't go behind doors and message each person about how she felt. She posted how she felt about it right after that, and it went over really well. So.
And that's another point to bring about is I feel like we get negative Nellies and we want to respond in post form, which is good sometimes. And if I guarantee you, Brittany's post probably had a positive spin on it, right?
Yes.
And that's what I recommend with any post you put to Facebook, have an upside. Mm-hmm. Anything. So if you're frustrated with something, have an upside. Always try to have an upside. Make your page the positive space. Because you know what? Facebook is flippin' depressing, right? You go on, and I'm sorry, but like everyone is like dying on Facebook or kidnapped on Facebook, and it is so depressing. Be the shining light of positivity, and people will notice. People will truly notice if you're like that. Awesome. National Pancake Day. Honestly, I think it's cute. Like I think that's cute. This may not necessarily be something relevant to a large audience, so I don't know if that's totally relevant. Oh, that's cute. I like that you shared kind of your family. Cute.
Here's the thing, though. Don't be so focused on your personal Facebook page that it has to be all Beachbody. Like, I know Tara says that's not relevant, but if you automatically stop posting things like that, people are going to notice that you're like why is she all like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like every once in a while, if I see something that helps somebody else's kids at school out or whatever, I still post it. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I would say that that's when it comes into, you can separate your people. Tara, explain more what I'm trying to say. Like acquaintances, friends, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like you could create lists and have your posts target lists. I've kind of moved more towards not doing that. So I don't know. I just make all of my posts public.
I do now, but I'm saying I hate to see her not feel like she can't share something because of Beachbody.
Yeah. So that's a good, I know what you're talking about. So when I first started out, I was really nervous about posting photos of my kids. And I didn't want to really share my personal life if my page was public. So what I would do is I had anyone who I added who I didn't really know personally, I called them acquaintances on Facebook. Like you can select when you add them as a friend, you can select acquaintances. So when I would show my post, if I was posting a photo of my kids, I would say like post to friends, but not acquaintances. And it would just allow me to be able to share with family and friends my kids. And that helped a ton. But I agree with Chelsea. Like when I started as a coach, it was like all Beachbody. Like I was like Beachbody, Beachbody, Beachbody. And someone even had a passive aggressive post on Facebook about me where she was like, I hate it when people sign up for new companies and all of a sudden they lose who they are and they're all about that. And I was so embarrassed. I knew it was me and I wrote her. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm still trying to learn the ropes. So don't give up who you are. Because in fact, that helps people trust you and connect with you. So, absolutely. Anyone else want to peek at their page? And I saw you pretty much 3 posts a day. Like you want to aim for like 3 to 5 posts a day. Absolutely. Sorry, Chelsea, go ahead.
I want to see somebody else's page. I like doing this. And then you can look at mine.
Okay, Megan's really new, so I don't know if this is fair. But Megan, do you want us to look at your page?
You can. I don't think I've done any. I haven't done
Yeah,
any
she hasn't
posts.
done anything, Chelsea.
I know, but it'd be kind of fun to be like, hey, I like that one. I like that. I need to add her as a friend so I can dig through it. What the heck?
What's wrong?
Well, that's a good one.
That's just me though.
Okay. See,
Okay.
do you see why she's a natural? Yeah.
Exactly.
This one made me giggle. So, Hammer Day 2, get a photo, right?
Yeah.
I'm still pretty.
I don't know if I want a photo.
I know.
Grab the
I'm pretty
bucket and be
nervous
like-
about photos.
Why? I don't know why. Oh my gosh.
Oh, how cute. That's
I don't do anything on Facebook.
That's my sister.
I know, but that is still cute.
This is good. I think you in it would be better.
Oh, with me in it. Oh,
Yeah, like you in it. Like, hey.
Yeah, but I do like that photo.
I did too. It stopped me in my newsfeed this week where I was like, ooh, that's a cute photo. Who did that? And it was Megan.
hey.
Yeah. So this one's not totally relevant to everyone, but sprinkling in a little bit of these here and there for your people is again totally okay.
Well, I'll tell you, can I make a suggestion when you do share things like that? I usually add a comment about why I'm posting it.
I
Does that
just
make
figured out how to do that like yesterday.
And that kind of, you can turn that into relevancy to someone else, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you're in the so-and-so area, I thought this was, a neat place to, and that way you're kind of focusing on a certain audience and it makes it a little bit more, I don't know if that makes any sense, Tara,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's what I do.
More personal.
Yeah. So
I'm all excited. Is this west suburbs of Chicago?
Yes.
Oh, that's where I live. So I'm like, ooh. Okay. I fly. Have we established that we both were in Chicago? Like,
Yeah. I think we've mentioned it before, but
I must have forgotten it. Okay. But yeah, I just moved from there. Okay. So yeah, like I love this. I'm like, holy crap. Like yeah. Look at the people, the reactions.
yeah.
but yeah, I don't see you in a lot of them.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I would say. Put your face out there because they're going to want to relate to you, not the piece of paper or the challenge back on the front, right? And you're really cute, so don't hide yourself. Like seriously, like I would want to see you on Facebook. So yeah, definitely post your face out there.
Gosh, you guys, today's the hardest day for me with 22-minute hardcore, so I can't look at that. It's Nutella.
Yeah, that's Andrew's favorite.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, I think I agree with Chelsea. That would be the biggest change. Oh my, I can't look at your feet anymore. Oh my God. I can't go any further. But yeah, more pictures of you and posting 3 to 5 times a day.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Chelsea, did you say you want us to go to you?
Yeah, my fitness page, not my personal, because Tara knows the story on this, but there's a reason. I want to be critiqued because I'm really struggling right now because, today's been bad because I've been shopping, but
Arm day.
it was horrible. Oh,
I'd probably say something about it.
I was going to, but it was actually during my workout, so I didn't.
Don't post photos of yourself during your workout. Wait till you're done. I'm just kidding.
Body Beast has a lot of breaks, like a minute and a half here, and I'm like,
that's why, I would send Chelsea messages in between reps. And Chelsea, when we're doing another program, you're like, what are you doing? But I'm like, it's a rest. No, good job. I think it's good. Very cute. Oh, I'm so glad it finally arrived.
yeah, my husband calls me and he's like, hey, your Shakeology shit up. I'm like, I love you.
We were following the journey on Facebook. For those of you who follow Chelsea, she's kept everyone abreast of this. And that's great. I love that. So cute. Again, see, she was sharing about her friends. So cute. And I like how you turned it into, here's why it's important to me.
Yeah.
This is something Chelsea's doing here that I think is really important. is one of the biggest objections that you'll encounter about Shakeology is people will say like, oh, I've got this like Costco protein shake. Like they'll call it a protein shake. Like, oh, well, I've got this cheap protein shake that I'm working on. And you really want to dispel the myth that Shakeology is a protein shake, right? Because it's so much more than that. Like, I mean, I drink my own separate protein shake, the Beachbody Performance line. Like, that's not the purpose of Shakeology. It is like a nutritional foundation is how I talk about it. So she's using her post to address that objection. And that's a great thing to do with your post is to kind of hit those things right in the head before people have a chance to even object on it. Does that make sense? Okay. Love this. So this is another tip to do on days when you really just don't want to share yourself for your workout. You can always share your weights. I cheat and do that a lot. So that's a good one. This is funny. Chelsea, why are you saying you're not doing well? I think it's cute. Relaxing with my cows. I love it.
Tara's always getting on to me because people are like, people don't know you're a farmer's wife because you never share that part. And it's hard because that is a very private thing to us. It's what we do. You know, if you know, I don't know if you guys, how you are about animals and stuff, but there are a lot of haters out there. And it's
I'm a
scary.
vet, so you're okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you understand though the criticism that some people get just for farming naturally. I mean, ours are grazing cattle. I mean, you know, it's not, but it's hard for me to share because I'm always like, who's gonna make a post? But I do it anyways.
Who's gonna? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny about that is you posted like post-hunting photos of yourself, but you're scared to post your farming ones.
Yeah.
I think the farming ones are so like totally harmless, but I don't get the feedback you get. You know what I mean? It's a different.
Yeah.
Over here in the West, we're like watching Pioneer Woman on TV and we're like fascinated by the farmer's wife and you probably think it's boring and the rest of the country's like, this is awesome. Over here in California, you guys, we've got these like tiny little houses and tiny little yards and people are trying to like set up chickens and get their own eggs and all that stuff. So isn't it funny how we think our own lives are boring or not relevant or yeah.
Okay, now this is what I want to talk about. The one post that I have a hard time doing on like that thing Tara was talking about, you know, like what we do each day, what we post each day is my niche. And I don't know if Tara's talked to you about how you find your niches or not, but it's really simple. And one of the top coaches I reached out to, she actually asked me this question. What would your ultimate customer worry about when they lay in bed at night? 5 things. Can you guys answer those real quick?
And we are less than a minute, just so you guys know. So if it cuts out, no worries. It was fun.
Anything come to mind? Mine was what I'm going to feed my daughter.
Yep.
What I've got to do to help my husband. What work I'm doing tomorrow. I don't know. I named 5 really quick. Like I was like, boom, 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 boom. And she's like, that's you. Those are your niches. Post about them. And so this is the one thing that I've taken up that I enjoy is redoing furniture. I just find free furniture I buy cheap. So this is one of my niches that I post about. So find something like that you really enjoy. That isn't anything Beachbody related. Nothing. It's just you that you enjoy, a hobby. And post about it. So
I love it. That is a great tip.
Gals, I'm so glad to see you and meet you guys face to face. Thanks for getting on.
It was wonderful. And Chelsea, you're doing a great job on your page. I just want to say that. You said you were not in a good place. I think it looks wonderful. So
thank you.
Guys, thanks for popping on the call. This call next week will be a team call at this time that you're welcome to chime in on. And the week after that will be another new coach call. And we'll cover a whole different topic during that call. So welcome. Great job, everyone. It was good to see you.
Bye.
Bye.